Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and I'm once again on the western shore of Lake Michigan. I've only been at this spot one time before, and I've only walked one direction, so I should have a whole brand new spot to look at today. This is what you have to walk down and get back up at the end to get down here. You know, I'm about probably 40 or 50 feet above where the beach is. So if you guys know where I am and you rock hunt here, I'm going to be tying on a new rope today. I bought a 50-foot rope, so I'm going to hang it down this path, so it just makes it way easier to get up. But let's get the rope tied up and we'll get down there. All right, so you can see from down here, it's a pretty steep hike up there, so I got a 50-foot rope and I tied it down here, I tied it up there, so it's just going to make it a lot easier to get back out of here. So anyways, it looks just beautiful down here. It's February 9th, and it's like 45 degrees right now, so last time I was here, I went that way. So today I'm going to start and I'm going to go that way. So let's see what we can find. First couple little finds. This little one, which is kind of just a big mess of cold water and fossil and monster. You know, just really pretty. And then, it's getting windy. And then just another one with a little cold water pocket, just a tiny little guy. And there's not really much rocks right here, per se, so I'm going to get up around this bend and see if there's some more. If not, I'll probably turn around and go back the other way, because I know there's rocks that way, so let's see what we find. A little handful of fossil finds. My son kind of went away. This is just a little Favosites, got a couple little agatized pockets in there, just a little guy though. This is another one, maybe just a piece of a horn, or it could just be a little section of Favosites in there again. Really gritty stone though, so probably wouldn't be able to do much with that. Then we got the first little stromatoporoid, nice little one. Like the display pieces I do, I kind of just soak these in mineral oil and have them on there raw so you can kind of see all the bands, so that's a perfect one for that, so I'll definitely keep that one. And then we found another piece of Favosites. It's kind of a cool one. It's kind of got really deep pockets in it. Very stony, but still a cool one. I don't know, maybe I'll keep that one. Maybe not. I don't know, let's find some more. I just found all three of these kind of in the same spot. This one I thought was a stromatoporoid, but those bands right there kind of look more like agate bands, like that thick band like that. Usually stromatoporoids are a little stripier than that. So that one might be an agate. Maybe not though. It's got a really cool top, goes all the way around. Those bands go all the way around. So that one's sweet. Then this one was right next to it. Just a bunch of tiny little agatized pockets in that little guy. Kind of in shirt, it looks like maybe. And then we found this guy, which looks weird. So then you got this big clear pocket right here. And if I had some sun, you could see there's some botryoidal, like botryoidal quartz or something in there, some bubbles. So that's really cool. So that might be a cutter. I don't know though. I think it's coming home either way because of that pocket. All right, let's find some more. You'll never guess what I found. I've only ever seen one other one before. Lake Michigan shoe stone. It's white too, the rarest color. A couple more here. This one just looks like it has a perfect like eagle head in it. Like, look at that, it's got the eye and the beak and everything. It's probably just chert, and those are like some silicified fossils in there. Oh yeah, it is for sure. You can see there the little fingernails. But that's really awesome. I might make something out of that. That's cool. It's already made for me pretty much. And then I found this crazy thing. Some sort of conglomerate or breccia, but it's just very weird colored. Almost makes me think it's like man-made-ish. But there's little like sharp brown tints and stuff. I don't really have any sun right now, so you can't see, but I'm definitely going to keep this thing cut and maybe get some slabs out of. But this way, you know, there isn't very many rocks, so I've actually just been looking up in this stuff. I'm not going to go much further, and then I'll probably swing around and do the other direction where there's more rocks. So, all right, let's see what we can get. Wind picked up a little bit here, so I'll try to do good with the sound, but I made it to the spot where you can't really get across without boots, but the rocks have pretty much disappeared this direction, so I'm going to flip around and I'm going to head back the other direction where I know there's big piles of rocks, or at least there was last time I was here. So well, let's do that. kind of walking this path back the other direction. It's kind of just all bones and shells. And I just came across this right here. Not sure what kind of animal it is, but that's a crazy looking skull. I think that would be the top of its head. I don't know though. Or maybe it's like, hey, maybe it's not a skull. Maybe it's like a backplate or something. I don't know, really crazy though, but yeah. All right, let's keep going. So I made it back to the entrance. I'm gonna walk back this other direction and see if there's bigger piles of rocks. I hope there is. Here's just a couple little things I found on the way back over here. I just like all the colors in this thing, like pink and green and yellow. I just thought it was cool, just a little granitoid. And then I did find one of these cool breccias where it's like a banded sandstone, but it's got chert within the sandstone. I don't find very many of these. They're really cool though. They shine up and the sandstone doesn't shine hardly at all, and then the chert shines up really good, so they look really cool shined up. So I'm definitely keeping that one for a little pendant or something. And then this is just another one that was just crazy mix of colors, like red lines and yellow and green. So I might try to make a little pendant out of this one too, see if any of that shines up. It might not. Just another granitoid probably, but we'll see. All right, so let's find some this direction. So first find this way. Definitely more rocks this way. I didn't pick this up yet, so I'm not sure how good it is. Ooh, it's a really good one. Look at that galaxy stone, or amygdaloidal basalt. There's just pockets going throughout this whole thing. So that's one that I would probably try to cut, or maybe make a freeform. It actually has a stand right there. Look at those swirls in there. So that's awesome. I don't find very many that have such fine pockets like this, so that's a really cool find for here. So let's find some more like that. All right, just found these two. Look at this mudstone. Look at the definition on those bands. It's even got different colors and like cracks and stuff through it. That's nuts. So that one's coming home. That's a definite keeper. And I did find, let me get it wet here. I did find this really cool variolite. It's kind of got really cool round patterns around the whole thing. Just a couple little solid areas, but that's a really good one. So that's coming home too. All right, let's find some more. Okay, so I just spotted that. Haven't grabbed it yet, but it's gonna be awesome, I bet. Ooh, it's big. Okay, let me get it washed off. Look at that. That is really cool. I don't know if that's just a quartz pocket or a cold water pocket, but look at all that other cold water going through the bottom there. Wow. Oh, there you go. All the way through it goes. Wow, that's a sweet find right there. That's definitely coming home to be a freeform, just like that, I bet. All right, let's find some more. This guy, so you can see it's a total cross-section of a horn right there. And it actually goes all the way through to right there. So I think if I take this thing and cut it right in the middle, I'll have like a perfect horn cross-section in there. So I'm definitely taking that one. That's awesome. All right, onward. All right, so I just got these two fossil soups. This one's actually got a lot going on in it. So I've been trying to get a nice, talisman size, like cutting these in half. So that might be one to bring home and cut. I'm not sure yet. And then I did find this other fossil soup with nice little crinoid stems in it. You can see the little layered crinoids. Little death plate, little death stone. Alright, so I am kind of running out of rocks here. So I'll probably swing around and walk some dry rocks on the way back. And we will see what we find. So I just found this one. Look at that nice big pocket. Kind of goes through there. And then it kind of comes all the way through, so I don't know what I want to do with that. I'm going to keep it for the pocket collection for sure, but all right, I did find some other stuff. I'm pretty close to the entrance here, so I will just get home, get everything cleaned up, and show you what we got. So at home, I got everything cleaned up. Let's get right into it. So I only did keep one stromatoporoid today, this one right here. It's just one I found kind of on the way back to the car, but it was just a nice wispy yellow one, and then it had this host in there. I thought that was a cool contrast. Then I did get this, I'll go over the fossils first here. I did get this chunk. It's kind of like you can see the growth right there. It's kind of like stromatoporoid or algae or both. But the cool thing about it is that when you get up into this big pocket up here, you get these tiny little perfectly round bubbles of algae in there, I think, where it got worn out, and then that little silicified algae stayed in there, so that's really awesome. So I really like that. Then we got this thing. This is that horn coral that goes all the way through this piece of limestone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to cut this thing right down the middle, and hopefully I get just a perfect cross section of that. I'm hoping. Got my fingers crossed. And I kept this Favosites just because it was very defined, very deep pockets, and then it had kind of this different host on the back here, so I thought that was cool, like a black and white. And I kept this one little chain, just very defined again. You know, maybe a little too much host in there, but I might try to throw that one in the acid or something. Then we got 2 pieces of fossil soup, just that I'm gonna cut in half probably to try to make some pendants out of. This one just had a lot of crinoid stems in it, so I have high hopes for that one. And then this one kind of just had a whole random smattering of all different fossils in there, you know, brachiopods and bryozoans and whatnot. So that was all the fossils. All the random stuff. I did get that big piece of amygdaloidal basalt. This thing is sweet. Like, look at that pocket right there with the little black swirls in it. That's awesome. But it's just got a lot of agatized pockets in it. Hoping that when I cut it, it's gonna have something on the inside, or maybe I'll make something bigger out of it, like a freeform piece or something, but a really good one. Haven't found one of those in a while. This was a crazy, I don't know if it's just a conglomerate or breccia of something, but it's got these weird browns in here, like these couple lines and black and yellow, so I'm gonna cut through that one too, try to get a pendant. Another little piece of the Jacobsville sandstone for my landscape project. One of those little sandstone and shirt breccias that I just love the contrast on. Just the sandstone doesn't shine at all, and then the shirt shines really, really bright. So I just love keeping those pieces. I don't find too many of that. Then we got this awesome sandstone. It's just a lot of layering, tons and tons and tons of fine lines. So that'll be a nice little display for a little display piece maybe. I got this sweet piece of variolite, which is almost a perfect one in my opinion. So I might just try to do something right with this as this shape right here. It's just such a good one. You can see those varioles, even the centers of them on this one. So that's really cool. And then I found this one, which looks like it has an eagle head in it. It's probably just like maybe a brachiopods or something at the edge of the shell, but it just, whatever else is in there, just made it look like an eagle head. So that's definitely gonna stay just like that forever. And then last but not least, I'll see if I can get this for my others. I found my first Euperlite. Let's see if we can get it here. There you go, see it? That tiny little bit right in the end there. And then that one little speck. So I'm counting it because I've never found a Euperlite before, and that thing glows orange, so I'm gonna call it a Euperlite. And then on to the last 3 things. The 3 kind of cold water agate things. This one actually has just like a perfect silk crab in it, but it's got this pocket right here that's just, I don't know, crazy. It almost looks like stick in there, but I'm sure it's just host or whatever. But just a really cool piece. Then we found this one with this huge druzy pocket in it, and it kind of actually has the pocket that goes all the way through. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna cut that one and see if it's just totally full. I doubt it is. It kind of looks white over here, but I might do that just to see, just because I'm curious. And then lastly, we got this big monster, which has all this, you know, probably silicified fossil and mudstone. Not sure if this is just quartz on top, probably, but just really cool. Little eye in there, right there. Probably like a crinoid stem or something right there, brachiopod. And it kind of goes all the way through the pocket, and then all the little fossil inclusions go all the way through too. I didn't even see that. It's probably a little bottom of a horn right there too. So a nice big mixture, but that was a really cool piece. That's going to be a cool freeform, probably sitting right like that. But all right, if you like this video, leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Stay tuned for a couple close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.